Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is April 24, 2024, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And just looking at this title, it's not looking good for the sleeping giant. It says here you have Texas deploys, look at this, mounted blue. Now just follow me with the code word here, guys. Follow me with these words. As pro-palace students rise spread. Now I blocked the picture because the platform is really strict when it comes to this story. Now follow me with the words here. Follow me on this one here. We have more breaking news updates. Look at this. The 4-6, the leader of this sleeping giant, backs freedom of expression on sleeping giant campuses. All right, so we have more breaking news updates. Look at this one here. Once again, you have this group again growing in campuses across the sleeping giant. I shared videos on my Twitter page. The Twitter link X will be in the comments box and description box. I cannot show the video, but guys, they have National Guards. I mean, they have a lot of stuff. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. This goes to tell you. Oh, by the way, the speaker, he was out there too. And boy, oh boy, he was getting booed. Oh, man. You couldn't even hear him. So, all this is because Saturday you have Mike sign something very important. Giving ching ching to multiple lands. The Holy Land, the Yellow and Blue Country, and Taiwan. But again, this is all for peace, and we are seeing that right now. We are seeing peace. We are seeing something going on across the sleeping giant. We are seeing more peace. Texas deploys mountain blue. We are seeing a lot of peace here. All right. So again, according to the sleeping giant and the leader of the Yellow and Blue Country, Mr. Z, this is all peace right here. Okay. This is peace. Hundreds of pro you-know-who rise at the facility of Texas. Follow me with the words here, guys. I don't want to get hit really hard here. We're in a tense standoff with mounted, again, here we go, troopers Wednesday. The latest in series of confrontation rocking the facility is happening across the sleeping giant. All this is happening across the sleeping giant. Thank you, Mr. Burns. Thank you, Mike. Thank you to those in the spotlight. You brought peace. Thank you. We have never seen anything like this. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you. You gotta talk to them like that because their minds is twisted. So as students at the facility stage I'm gonna skip that word, walk out, chanting down with occupation, you have the troopers on horseback were making their way through the facility. While elsewhere, you have the blue and gear were pushing back the groups. According to videos on the platform, it's not only happening in Texas, it's happening in Rotten Apple, it's happening all over, man. All right, so at least 2 have been cuffed. Again, this is in TX. And it says here the standoff in Austin comes as ongoing rise at the Rotten Apple. Look at this. Amid Holy Land, relentless biblical war in the Strip have sparked intense attention from NEWS and those people in the spotlight, and similar demonstration across the land. We want to thank Mr. Burns. Thank you so much, Mr. Burns. Thank you so much, Mike. Wow. Thank you. We're going to see something big. And no one is pointing the finger at Mr. Burns. They're scared of Mr. Burns. They're all scared of Mr. Burns. An uneasy truce was in place between student and official at facility on Wednesday after a deadline to feasibly disperse their rise has expired. And I think it expired midnight, if I'm not mistaken. So once again, the risers say they are expressing solidarity with the palace in the Strip, where the number has reached 34,200 so far, and calling on the facility from companies with ties to the Holy Land. But once again, you have pro-Holy Land supporters and others worried about the facility safety have pointed to the group's incidents and argue that the facility are encouraging intimidation. The Holy Land launched the biblical war. We already know that in October. We're going to skip that. The deadline. The facility had reached their peak last week, when more than 100 were cuffed after the facility leader called in the blue. The facility official has set a deadline, midnight Tuesday. So yeah, it was midnight Tuesday. Truly apologize, guys. Give me a second here. It was midnight Tuesday to resolve the event. But as more and more joined the rises overnight, the facility extended the deadline by 48 hours early Wednesday. They agreed to ongoing talks after the facility promised not to call the Blue or National Guard. Now, once again, you have organizer with the facility said, calling the concessions an important victory. We fear the facility is... Now, I'm going to skip certain stuff here, guys. Alright, so I'm going to skip certain stuff. Now, I will share these links later on tonight. Look at this. It's spreading. It's spreading. How do we stop this? Well, easy. The sleeping giant needs to stop the biblical war. They need to stop it. They need to stop poking the bear. They need to stop with all this stuff going on in the Mid-East. They need to stop with the island, because none of these lands that the sleeping giant called them evil, none of those lands has done anything. I haven't seen none of them do anything bad. But the sleeping giant, throughout many years, the sleeping giant is all over the place around the world. The sleeping giant sending stuff all over the place around the world. I don't see the bear doing that. I don't see the red dragon doing that. Sleeping Giant's the only one that is putting all these different equipments throughout the entire world. Even Jupiter, Mars, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, Venus. The sun is like, you ain't putting nothing here. You get out of here with that stuff before I send you a X-class solar flare. All right, so once again, this is where we are right now, spreading. You have the right, Sleeping Giant, Mike, with that pen, click, click, sign that bill, and all of a sudden, well, Mike, you are playing a huge role on this one. You have done something here. Mike, who planned to meet with those group, certain people, called the rise madness. I think what you just did Saturday was a little madness, man. You gave Mr. Burns, the man that declared an abomination on the day of resurrection, you gave him $95 billion. That's kind of madness right there. All right, so what we are seeing on these facility across the sleeping giant is disgusting and unacceptable. He told the radio host. Mike. You know, there's two Mikes here. You got Mike, that used to be the VP for the 405, and then you have the other Mike. It's like you can't trust Mike. You can't trust no Mike in the world. Running for president, Mike. No! I'm kidding, guys. All right, so the Holy Land Defense also weighed in on the platform, saying that the risers are not only anti-you-know-what, but also inciting TR. Man, that's messed up. That's messed up for Mike to say. Again, if those group were like the T word, I mean, they would have been doing damage by now, like grids and all that type of stuff. But we don't see those groups doing that. Again, most of those groups are just holding banners. For Mike to say, well, you know, but they're also inciting T, I mean, that's pretty messed up. That's pretty messed up. One thing I noticed about Mike, he's bearing false witness when it comes to pointing fingers. He's again assuming. All right, so you have the young ones have also launched risers at several other facilities. All right, so we're gonna skip this one here, but you guys get the picture. They are growing. The sleeping giant leader also came out to support freedom of expression on sleeping giant campuses. The sleeping giant said Wednesday as more and more of this facility rise Holy Land biblical war in the strip. The sleeping giant leader believes that free you know what and others on facility are important. This coming out from the press secretary. Give me 1 second here. Imagine walking on your facility. Your young ones attend and being met with certain groups. Here's the thing. Their home, their territory is getting pounded, and most of those that lost their lives are young ones and women's. So those group, they're putting their foot down for their home and saying that's our home. That's our home, man. Again, that's our home. So they're going out there holding flyers, putting their foot down, telling the sleeping giant leader, stop giving money to the Holy Land. They're hurting our home. They're not going after HAMAS. They're hurting our home. But for certain people, sleeping giant citizens like this person, whatever, and Mike, these people are MOB, they're evil, they're this and that. Why? They are entitled to hold up signs and stuff. Most of them were born here. They're sleeping giant citizens. They have every right. Let's say you come from Italy, or let's say you come from other region, and the sleeping giant is sending money to certain lands to pound your home. What will you do? There's always a way to fix all this without sending equipment. But again, the sleeping giant is all about power. Imagine walking, you're young, and then all of a sudden you got to meet with MOBS. Imagine living in a country being run by MOBS, and that's what's happening. I feel like there's only a few that has common sense. Imagine a land that is being run by abomination, a land that is being run by MOB, a land that is being run by dark forces, antichrist spirits. Well, it's the real deal. We are seeing that right now. They're running the sleeping giant. So I'm not worried about these groups. I'm more concerned about those in the spotlight. See, a lot of people just got their eyes in a different situation. I keep my eyes on the head of the snake. A lot of people keep their eyes on a group. See, the groups are like that is because of the head of the snake. They're the one that calls green light. They're the one who makes decisions. They're the one who causes so many stuff going on in the sleeping giant. It all starts from the very top. Sadly, people just in the bottom, they want to attack the bottom. All right, guys, I'm gonna skip the rest of this. I'm gonna leave this one for Patreon. I truly apologize. This one here is a lot more is way out there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna share that link too later on tonight. But this is where we at right now. It's happening across the sleeping giant. And like I said, those The group, they just putting their foot down. They putting their foot down. And it starts from the top. Those running the sleeping giant are the MOB. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.